In this video, we are going to talk about the most polluted cities in America. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. Many Americans take for granted the ability to breathe clean air and drink clean water, but perhaps we shouldn't. The air is full with pollutants in some regions of the country, the ozone layer is weak, and tap water is contaminated. We evaluated the top 100 most populated cities in the United States based on our pollution index. These are the most polluted cities in the United States, as measured by air pollution, tap water pollution, and ozone levels. Will it be densely populated cities or expansive suburbs? This list of America's most polluted cities may surprise you. Here's a list of the most polluted cities in America. Let's start. Number 10. El Centro, Calif. El Centro's air quality is harmed by various causes, including its hot, dry environment, and its proximity to Mexico, which has less severe clean air legislation, according to the region's air pollution control officer. The city tries to keep dust from flying by watering dirt roads and farm drives, or covering them with crushed asphalt, but there's still lots of open territory where strong gusts may stir it up. The constant flow of vehicles to and from Mexico exacerbates the problem. According to Poirier, the queue is frequently over 2 hours long, causing automobiles to idle in the blazing desert sun and release a constant stream of emissions. Many of the automobiles are Mexican registered, and older models with dirtier engines than newer versions. The Office of Air Pollution Control has been collaborating with Mexican officials to ensure that automobiles crossing the border fulfill U.S. emissions regulations. In 2012, this helped the area reduce pollutants, but it still has a long way to go. Number 9. Pittsburgh. The air in this steel town used to be so filthy with coal and coke smoke that streetlights were turned on at high noon on occasion. Much of Pittsburgh's pollution now comes from Ohio, West Virginia, and other states west of the city. While coal-burning power stations strung along the Ohio River for hundreds of miles remain a hazard, many plants can convert between coal and natural gas. As a result, when gas prices fall, as they did last year, the plants rely more heavily on that cleaner burning fuel, which helps to explain why the city's air quality has improved. Pittsburgh is no longer the polluted wasteland it was during the city's heyday, as a steel production, when laundry hung out to dry would turn black on the line due to particulates in the air. However, Pittsburgh continues to face major challenges, in part, because to its proximity to many coal-fired power facilities in the Midwest. Asthma has been identified in 250,000 residents. Number 8. Modesto. Modesto is located in California's Central Valley, which is both one of the most productive and polluting agricultural regions in the country. In Modesto, where a combination of geography and pollutants from autos and industrial agriculture add up, high ozone days are still a serious issue. Asthma affects less than 10% of the population. Modesto, located near the northern end of the San Joaquin Valley, faces many of the same pollution problems as the other valley cities. Exhaust from California's Route 99, a key truck route for agricultural produce carriers, is one of the main reasons. However, pollutants and industrial drift from the surrounding San Francisco-Oakland urban area reach Modesto. Bonnie Holmes-Jen of the American Lung Association noted that lowering particle pollution in Modesto has been difficult on a local level as well. In the winter, many residents in the area burn wood for heat, and the area is prone to droughts. In most years, there is hardly no rain in July, August, or September. Wildfires can erupt and leave the skies hazy for weeks. Number 7. Hanford, Calif. Hanford, California, sits in the center of the country's most contaminated region, the San Joaquin Valley. Hanford has a high rate of asthma, as well as significant levels of ozone and particulate pollution. Despite the attention devoted to major cities such as Los Angeles and Pittsburgh, the air quality in smaller towns such as Hanford is frequently worse. Tiny particles of dust, soot, and vapors in the air contribute significantly to Hanford's pollution concerns. Nearly half of that mixture is made up of nitrate particles, which have been enhanced by the area's enormous cow feedlots. Pollution from cities to the north, such as Fresno, is also a factor in the community. However, traffic along the major north-south superhighways that flank both sides of town contributes considerably more. About 40% of the country's container freight tonnage passes via the ports of Los Angeles, Long Beach, and Oakland, and much of it ends up on these highways. Number 6. Los Angeles. Los Angeles remains one of the most polluted cities in the world. Although air quality has improved significantly since the inaugural State of the Air report was published 14 years ago. Since then, the number of days with dangerous ozone levels has decreased by a third, to roughly 125 per year. The majority of the difference can be attributed to advancements in automobile engines and cleaner burning fuel. Vehicle exhaust is the primary source of pollution in Los Angeles, although cars are growing better every year. Many of the volatile organic chemicals that used to dominate the skies of Tinseltown, such as benzene and toluene, have been decreased by 98% as a result of these advancements. The air quality in Los Angeles is rated moderate by the USAQI Air Quality Index. In 2019, the monthly averages ranged from 32, good, in February to 64, moderate, in November. Despite its seemingly positive scores, Los Angeles has some of the worst air pollution in the country, both in terms of PM 2.5 and ozone. Number 5. Merced, CA. Merced does not have the same high air pollution days as the other cities on the list, but it does have dangerous year-round average levels of particles. Some of the pollution may have come from the densely populated Bay Area, which is located to the west of Merced. Merced has long contended with ozone and emission-related pollution, which is crisscrossed by major roadways such as California's Route 99 and Route 140, which carries many visitors to Yosemite National Park. According to Bonnie Holmes-Jen, Senior Director of Policy and Advocacy for the American Lung Association in California, traffic sources are responsible for over 80% of the area's dangerous pollutants. Merced, on the other hand, is making headway in lowering ozone levels, with the pollutant now at its lowest level in 14 years, according to her. The town's proximity to San Francisco and Oakland is another issue. According to the EPA's Jared Blumenfeld, up to a quarter of the pollutants in Merced come from such urban regions. Number 4. Visalia Porterville Hanford, CA. Ozone pollution is a severe issue in the Visalia area, where harmful amounts of ozone were present on two-thirds of the days between 2009 and 2011. Particulate pollution in Visalia has increased in the last 6 years, and asthma rates are still very high. The San Joaquin Valley communities of Visalia, Porterville, and Hanford have exceptionally significant air pollution. High mountain ranges surround the valley, trapping pollution. In addition, the region's bad air quality is exacerbated by year-round bright skies. High temperatures can cause ozone to accumulate, a large number of trucks passing through, and home wood burning. While California and the Central Valley are frequently blamed for air pollution, air quality is a nationwide issue. Over the last 3 years, air quality in the United States has deteriorated, and it is killing people. While the quality of the air has been increasing since 2009, it began to deteriorate in 2016. This rise has been linked to over 10,000 premature deaths. Number 3. Fairbanks, Alaska. Both year-round and short-term particle pollution were placed third in Fairbanks, Alaska. Each year, the Fairbanks community is confronted with a number of frigid inversions. Residents' usage of wood stoves and wood heaters to heat their houses is one of the most significant sources of particulate pollution in Fairbanks. Sunshine, which is in limited supply in the north right now, has the ability to break down hazardous chemicals that tend to stay here. From roughly mid-November to early February, Fairbanks experiences a severe temperature inversion, which occurs when the sun loses its power. People in Fairbanks burn wood because it is less expensive than fuel oil. It is a renewable resource that may be fun to gather, and it produces a consistent, comfortable heat. When birch, spruce, and aspen logs are burned, microscopic particles smaller than 2.5 microns are released, small enough to bypass the natural filters in our noses and throats and enter our lungs. Number 2. Bakersfield, California. You might not associate a farming community with one of the highest levels of pollution, but Bakersfield sits in a giant bowl that collects soot and ozone, which turns to smog in warm weather, according to Time magazine. Furthermore, it is the oil capital of California, resulting in high levels of pollutants. It is calculated using the frequency of days with high ozone levels, as well as annual and 24-hour particle pollution, which is made up of small dirt particles suspended in the air. Wildfires, wood-burning stoves, engines, and other sources of pollution can all contribute to this type of pollution. While the Bakersfield area used to be among the worst in the country in these categories, it has recently improved. Short-term and annual particle pollution have been decreasing since 2013, according to the data. Since 2010, the present levels are the lowest they've been. 7 additional California towns, including the and Visalia areas, are among the most polluted in the country. Number 1. Fresno Madera, CA. Due to a mix of warm, stable weather fronts, which trap pollution, and valley walls, this section of California has chronic, lingering air pollution, which collected over the area. Out of 220 metropolitan areas, it is ranked 4th for high ozone days. On average, the Fresno area does not have the greatest levels of air pollution, but it does have some of the highest levels of extremely terrible days. When it's polluted in Fresno, it's really filthy. Nearly a quarter of the population of Fresno Madera suffers from cardiovascular disease, which has been linked to air pollution. Over the last decade, rapid population expansion has exacerbated the problem. Natural challenges in geography and weather, the surrounding mountains, which cause an inversion layer to form each winter, make it difficult to show advancement on these types of rankings in the valley. The problem isn't that the area produces more pollution than other sections of the state. Rather, the pollution has nowhere to go. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.